Hi everyone, welcome to the last part of this little page of Rita Berman pictures. We are going to do the ones on the facing page as well, but this is the last one on this page, and this is a cute little caterpillar. We're using our I can't speak, Polychromos, and I'm going to do the caterpillar in some sort of fun colours. I'm going to start with my cobalt green, which is quite a dark green, but I'm just going to do the edge of each of his little circular parts, body segments in this. And he's got these black circles in the middle. I want to try and make him look like he's, these are sort of spherical. And that isn't how a caterpillar doesn't have spherical sections, but they are so cute. It's the not quite the right time of year to see them, I don't think, but I think they are so cute. Sometimes see them on the canal path, moving along, arching their bodies as they go. Very cute. And that's the head. There, so that's our basic. And then what should I use next? Yeah, I think I'll move on to the emerald green. Now this is quite a lot lighter. Sorry, it's sharpened down too small to see the name. That's okay. So I'm going to take the colour. I'm going to colour over that dark green and take the colour towards the middle. Trying to make it a little bit lighter in the centre and along the edges, but quite tricky in a small space. I just do my best. And actually probably easy if I sharpen a little. So my boys are hopefully going to get their booster jabs today. I've been recording a few videos today. I think I've already spoken about it, but I've sent them a reminder. I put a reminder in their lunchbox because they're doing it in their lunch break, because one of my sons has got lessons all day, so he had a 3-hour lesson this morning from 9 till 12-ish, and then this afternoon he's got 2 1.5-hour classes, so he's got no time apart from his lunch break. It's a bit rotten, isn't it, having to go and get an injection in your lunch break. They don't mind needles, they don't get worried. You know, they fortunately, I know some people get quite scared. Fortunately, they just never have. And I've always tried to, this is the light phthalo green, I've always tried to make sure that they don't get too frightened, but sometimes it can't be helped. It's just something that happens, or a little experience, or something a friend tells you, or something like that, and I know it can make it scary, but fortunately they've always had good experiences. Although my poor one son, he had his appendix out a long time ago, and he had a cannula in the back of his hand as they put the sort of medication and things in there. And they used to flush it out with saline. Now, he was old enough to know what saline was, and he used to say, "I can feel the salt crystals going in, it's so painful." And I think it was actually healing up, and it was sort of trying to force it through. So he struggled. Now that's not very neat, so I'm going to go back in with our cobalt green and just sort of redo those edges and try and tidy it up a bit. Again, I will sharpen a bit just to get it a little bit easier. Hold my page flat and have a good look what I'm doing, a close look, to just sort of try and blend it. So what I'm doing is I'm going over that outside edge. Now as the colour comes in, I'm trying to scumble it a bit to blend it into the other two colours, so it doesn't look quite so like there's a line, you know, it mixes in a bit. Sometimes you want a line, but in this case that isn't what I'm looking for. You might, depends what effect you're going for. Just gently scumble it in. Excuse me, sniffing. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I know for some of you it's quite early in the day when you see this video, but for me, these videos come out in the afternoon, so it's a bit later in the day. But I hope you're having a nice day. I don't know what day this video is going to go out on. I haven't had a look and calculated, so I don't know if it's a weekday and you might be at work, or a weekend day when you're more likely to be at home. And I know some of you are retired, and some of you work weekends, so it just all depends. I used to sometimes work weekends. It's very good. I used to get extra pay, time and a half on a Saturday. Okay, so there is our caterpillar, and I'm just looking underneath. What's that? Is that just a spiky leaf? It must. Oh, hang on. So that's the leaf he's eating. Yeah, it must be a leaf that he's sitting on. I'm going to avoid these bluey greens for the leaves. I thought that if I did all the leaves in more olivey green tones, then the caterpillar would stand out. We don't want him to disappear. I realise that some caterpillars would want to be so I'm going to use the green opaque, chromium green opaque, sorry, to start off some of the leaf details. Let's pop that up a little for you, and I've got a book underneath, just going to move that as well. So I'm going to start some details. So yeah, I realised that they might want to be camouflaged and be want to be the same colour as the leaf, but we want to see him like a little caterpillar. I'm guessing there's a leaf there too. It goes behind. See, I don't know if that's meant to be part of his body. Like, is that his legs? Yeah, I'm thinking yes. Now, when we finish this, we'll deal with it. I think he looks quite good as he is, though. I'm just not sure. Do this bit. I'll leave those circles. We'll do them a different colour. I'll just take that one up to there a little bit with the flower. Do a bit at the bottom and a bit at the top. There, and then some at the bottom here. So all our greens are going to be the same. And I like to do that sometimes because then we can do all our flowers all different colours. But the page won't look too much of a mishmash because the greens will tie it all together. That's the plan. So putting a little bit of this darker colour at the bottom of most of the leaves and the stems. And then we'll add in our other greens after. To just finish it off. Where are we going now? Now this is interesting because this is a bud, but does it belong to this? These leaves here are the same as these though, so maybe it belongs to that one. Not sure. We'll see. Still checking my messages. I've asked the children to get back to me when they've had their jabs. I hope they don't feel too rotten. Sometimes they make you feel a bit off, but I'm hoping that it won't, or if it does, it'll be over the weekend, which seems a bit cruel really because it's Thursday today. Oh, I still don't know what to do with that caterpillar. Let's finish the leaves first and I'll look at it then. So I'm going to use my earth green yellowish. This is one of my favourites, and just go right over the top of this darker green, and then take the colour to the tip. I think I'm going to take it all the way. We'll do that bit. I never know whether that bit is just a curl of a tendril so we can see through it, or whether it's actually a bit of leaf, and I sort of alter how I do it depending on my mood and whether I'm doing a background and how complex it's going to be with that and all sorts of factors. But I was sort of saying, you know, it was nice. I was saying in my last video, I think it was actually, that it's nice to do some sort of autumn and spring things, have and know what to choose, because it can be tricky, sort of thinking, what should I do a video for today? And I do think about what I'm in the mood for. But if there are things that you like, you've probably seen my video where I show you all my books. I'll just check when that's going out. That's going out on the 8th, and this video will be, oh, on the 10th. Yes, probably. So you've probably seen it, probably. If you haven't, you can have a look. So you know which books I've got, and that means you can send me a comment and say, can I have X picture from X book, or whatever, if there's something you really want to see. I know some people don't mind, and some people just would like something, and it doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I may have already done it, of course, but just let me know. Also, even just generally authors, you know, whose do you like the best? You know, do you like Rita Berman? Do you like Johanna Basford? Do you like seeing something a little bit different that you haven't got, just so you can see some things in a different book? You know, what do you like? You can let me know in the comments, and then I can sort of have a think. I have had a request for some more tutorials from the Ink House. That's Rory Dobner, and I do have intention of doing that. Some of the pictures are quite big, and so they take a lot of time, and some of them are quite complex. But so I'll probably do some more of the simpler ones, or a few little bits or something, because I'm not necessarily ready myself yet to tackle the more complex ones. I think I want to get some practice on the simpler ones first. It's not always easy to know quite how to colour them, because some of the pages have a little bit of blue ink colour in them already, and do you colour over it? Do you just leave it? Do you add to it? You know, put some light and shade in it? Do you try and coordinate everything with that colour? I'm never quite sure, so we'll see. Sorry, that didn't look well enough coloured for my liking. You can add a third green if you would like to, and do a sort of yellow. The lemon yellow is quite a nice one, or on the May green on the tip to lighten it a little bit more, but I like this colour. There's no other reason for it, I just like this colour. The May green is quite pretty as well. It's really just a slightly lighter version of this, but my May green's running out. There's another reason I'm using this one. Although this one is a really modern one. It's got the new print on it, which is in lowercase, whereas the old ones were all in capitals, which is interesting. So some of these, my pencils are quite a mix. I've got a full set, but before my full set I tried some open stock and had quite a few of those. Then I had a 36 set before I had a 120 set. So, and then some of my 120s are being used up, so sort of mixing it up a bit. Right, I've decided what to do with the caterpillar. I'm going to use this green, which is the emerald, under here, and we'll see what it looks like on the whole of it. Let's see, I could do with some tea. I've got a cup of tea beside me, but I'm just going to have a slurp of tea while I have a look at him and think about what to do. Yeah, I think we'll get some of the deep cobalt green to shade him just along under these circular bits, but try and make it quite dark. I'm going to try and go over the top of the black line a little bit. There we go. And I think I'm just going to go over this bit as well, but maybe a little bit more gently, although it is quite dark. By the time I put enough pressure down to get the pencil to write, it's gone quite dark. There we go. I think that's right. I don't know. I think so. Anyways, we'll move on to flowers. Now, we've got these both sides. Now I'm thinking, are these a sort of berry? I'm not really sure. Or are they like the centre of a flower and the petals are all blown away? I'm going to do them as a sort of berry in a sort of orangey colour. I just fancy doing some orange. Just going to shuffle my pencils. So this is the Cadmium Orange. It's quite bright. I'm going to do all of them in this, and then I'm going to do a slightly darker colour to shade them. It is nice and sunny this afternoon. Maybe I should pop out and post that letter before it rains again. Or I might just do that first thing tomorrow. In fact, my son's home tomorrow morning, so I might just pop out then, because I won't be able to do much, but I could edit these videos. You don't really want to know what I'm going to add onto my to-do list for tomorrow. I've got a to-do list today, but not for tomorrow, because I had lots going on today and I've almost completed everything. I think it's, let's have a quick look. Yeah, a post letter is on there, but I might just leave that. It is one that I want to get done fairly soon, but it's not, it's not an urgent. This is Sanguine, and I'm going to use this to put a bit of colour on the edges of these at the bottom, on this sort of stripy bit. I think I'm going to leave the tops as they are, just like this around the bottom. There we go. Now we've got our flowers to do. Want some nice bright colours. I think we'll do a nice carmine pink flower. Let's grab this one. Just have a sharpen of this. There we go. So this is the a permanent carmine, which I'm going to use first. If you say Carmine, don't know. And I'm going to do the centre with this. So lots of layers at the bottom, and then less as I go up the central bit, like that. I want it quite pale on the top, and then these as well in this colour. Quite a hard, a large amount of colour there, like that. Now I'm going to use the what's it called, this one? The pink carmine. What's this one? It's little. And do the bottoms of the petals. And sort of start to fade it up. And I'm not going to do the outside of that one, because these are all... Right, I am sorry. My battery went flat on my camera, so I was mid-spiel. I've got no idea what I was saying, and it cut off. But I do know I was colouring in the pink carmine, so I put that aside so that I knew what I was doing. So I'm just going to carry on with that. And hope I wasn't telling you anything too amazing that, that you're going to miss out on. As I've said before, my I don't like to try and play what I've recorded so far, because I don't know whether I'm going to accidentally delete the video or something, you know, so I'd rather just leave it and hope all is well. But it's been like, it takes hours to recharge the battery, so I've just been sort of, well, I've been having fun actually, while doing various things. My children were supposed to have their COVID jab today at college, but they said the queue was too long and they couldn't get it in time. They had a very small, you can use the rose carmine to finish off. they had a very small time to do it in, just in their lunch break, and they had to eat their lunch as well. So unfortunately they didn't get it done, but I've booked them one up for Saturday week. It's not too long to wait, so I'll have to wait for that instead. And I found out where it is, because they're not doing them in surgeries anymore, so we have to go to a sort of different place. But I found out where that is, and it should be, it's right on the edge of a car park, so it should be nice and easy to get to. I'm going to do this bit really light. I just think it'll make it look a bit different. So anyway, I've got that sorted for them, but my son managed to get, I'm going to do this one in the same colour because the leaves are the same. My son managed to go to his meeting, which he remembered, so that was good. So things are going well today, really. I mean, that appointment's a little bit annoying, but hey, well, we've got an alternative plan now, so that's fine. I'm going to do a purple flower. I'm just looking, trying to decide. I think I might do this one yellow, a bit like a sunflower, and do this one purple. So I'm always using the mauve, so I'm going to pick a different purple. This is the blue violet, so it's not sort of purple, but it'll work. And we'll just start here at the top and get some dark colour down. Just thought I'd use a slightly different colour to what I was using before. Unfortunately, having no batteries meant that my recording time is quite limited. I'm probably going to leave this after this one, not record anymore today. I've got to go and I'm trying to lighten up a bit. You can see up here is a bit darker than down here. I'm just trying to make it a little bit lighter at the bottom. I've got to go and cook tea for the children. Tea being an evening meal, cooked meal, but we eat it early. Apparently it's really healthy to have a big a long fast overnight. So what we do is we eat actually at 5 o'clock, which is really early, but it's just after they get in, they're ready for something to eat. And I eat with them because it's, you know, I don't want to cook twice. My husband doesn't like eating the things I cook, so I cook too many veggies and things for his liking, I think. And he likes lots of flavour on his veggies and lots of butter and cheese and things like that, which I don't use, being lactose intolerant. So he does his own. I'm just sort of tidying that up a little bit. I'm wondering whether to put another colour on it. What I might do is, rather than adding another purple, which will just, like the violets, which will just darken the tip, I think I use this one. This is the light magenta. Let's just add a little bit of pink on the edge. I think I don't want it to be too dark. See, I could have picked one of my pastel pencils from a different brand, but I think it'd be easier to stick to the same brand on a video for you. Just take that up the whole thing so that it sort of blends in. It doesn't really show up massively, but I think it's just a nice little touch. Okay, this one I said sunflower. I don't know why I said that. You know how I dislike doing yellows, but hey, now I've said it, I've got to do it, haven't I? So I'm going to do the petals first. Oops. And I've sharpened this yellow, which is the light yellow ochre. So it's quite a browny yellow. We're going to start with that on the petals, and then go a bit darker after. So just try and fade it along as you go. And actually their jab is now on the Saturday of their Easter holidays. So if they feel unwell, they won't have to, they can just rest at home. But I'm not sure whether that's the week my husband was going to take off, which means that they might not be well. But he doesn't like to go out too much. He likes to stay in and do art and chill at home when he's not at work. He finds going out can be quite stressful. So so he likes to relax at home, and I'm not going to complain if everyone says, "Oh, I'm going to stay home and would you like to stay home and colour?" Yeah. Yes, please. And the children will be happy playing their computer games, so we can all have a bit of time together. just doing our favourite things, which will be nice. I'm just looking up the number for this one. This is the, excuse me, the Naples Yellow. So I'm just going to finish off those with this colour. I thought rather than going to one of the cadmium yellows and that sort of family, I'd stick to the ones that are the more browny yellows. And this one's still light and vibrant, so which is what I wanted. And I think now go with the centre, because the centre of the sunflower, I tend to do brown, although it's weird because sunflowers sometimes look brown, but sunflower seeds are black and white. So I don't know why they look brown. I don't know, but you know, it's just the way it seems to be. Assume I got a bit of a frog in my throat. I probably could do with a drink. I'm always could do with a drink. I'm always saying I need a drink. I do drink a lot. Burnt umber next for the centre. I'm going to do that in here, and I'm going to do little round circles and try and get a sort of pattern, but it might just end up being quite a solid bit. It doesn't really matter too much. So this is like in the bottom, so it's quite dark, and then the actual seeds I'm going to do a little bit lighter. Probably, what should we use? Let's use the pencil that wants to fall down. This is the Nougat. I'm just sharpening it. There we go. I'll show you the name just so you can see. It is Nougat. The Polychromos don't like showing up, do they? So I'm going to go around the edge and then try to reduce the amount of colour and pigment as we go towards the centre, so that it might look a bit more spherical. Quite hard to try and demonstrate that in such a small item. Of course, if we went around the outside in a darker brown, that would help us, but I don't want it. I want it to look different to that brown. So just do a little circle and hope that, well, even if it doesn't work, it's fun. It doesn't matter. Alright, and that one. Let's have a little look. Okay, we have got these dots here and here. I was going to sort of pick a colour that we've used already and do that, but I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to do them in a sort of red colour, I think. That could be fun. In fact, this is burnt carmine. Just going to give it a sharpen. I don't know if you can even see all the dots. It's just... There you go. So this is the burnt carmine. I'm going to use it for the dots. Quite dark. I'm going to get my white pen out again because we use it quite a lot, don't we, on the we've used it on all the other pictures. I sort of like, if we started using it, I want to continue using it. So we might put some on these. There we go. So let's grab it. It is the white Posca. Gosh, I am sorry, the telephone rang. So I'm going to be using this white Posca. Oh, if I can get it open. So I'm thinking I was going to use a little bit here on those, follow that down, dot, 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 and here, and one on there, maybe a couple just there like that. And I was thinking of just doing a little bit on each, like that. And one dot in the centre of each of these. Now, I'm quite tempted to do some on the leaves because I've got a lot of leaves going on in here. Oops. I can't quite see what I'm doing. I hope it's working. Okay, I'm just paranoid then that I wasn't recording. Because when I was on the phone I turned it off. that up there. A few up here. Yeah, we need some in here, don't we? Let's put some in the centre and then a few around here. Like that. And then maybe along this centre, because then it shows up, because you've got the black line. Helps you to see it all. And the same here. Oh, that one goes up there, I think. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. It's always a little bit tricky to know when to stop. Just keep dotting and dotting forever, but I think I'm going to leave it there. So there we go. So there's our caterpillar picture. I think he's looking rather cool, I have to say. Although if I came across a caterpillar that big, might be a bit of a worry, unless plants are tiny. Right, that's the sunflower, that's the caterpillar. Oh, excuse me, yawning. That would be a bit frightening, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Please click the like if you enjoyed this video and consider subscribing. It is free and it means a lot. So thank you so much and happy colouring.